women for I think a lot of times women are walking around with weight on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And and I don't believe there is any amount of work that a man can do to make it feel like she don't have any weight on her shoulders, except give pay for her to have a personal assistant and a nanny
Mhm.
and somebody that does all the chore, the cleaning in the house.
That'd
Now if
be
that
nice.
yeah, but
Mhm.
other than that, and then she still feels like she's doing a lot because now that I've got a personal assistant, I can do more work because I can just delegate to my personal assistant. So
Mhm.
now I have all this work on my shoulders because
Mhm.
I put all this work on my shoulders because I have someone that can assist me. But I am stuck in the fact that I really feel like I have to do more. And now you come to me with your stresses, like I don't have all this stress on my shoulders.
So you think that just because one person is going through stress and it's a lot, like they got a backpack of stress on them.
Hmm.
You don't think like your partner, you should be able to like unload or at least let your partner know like, hey, this is heavy. Even if your partner is giving you something else to hold and you're saying, oh, I have all this going on, you should I think, like, 2 people that are in a relationship, if you're struggling and going through something, y'all should be able to communicate with each other, like, say, "Hey, this is where I am, and this is where I need to be." And y'all communicate with that with each other and try to formulate a way to fix it
Yeah,
or a way to have it done and be over with.
I think the problem with that is what you already stated
Mhm,
is is when when one partner says, "Let me help you," and the
mhm,
other one doesn't want to receive the help.
mhm,
Because the problem that happens is, like I was saying, when one partner does not want to admit
mhm,
or take the credit for their choices putting them in a situation.
mhm,
So if you're not going to admit that your choices are putting you in this situation that has you stressed out,
mhm,
then that means you're going to continue to do the choice that's getting you stressed out.
mhm,
And then you're looking at me to help you with the stress on your shoulders that you keep putting on your shoulders. And now you're mad at me for suggesting that you take some of the weight off your shoulders by stopping the way you're acting in this moment or how you're acting to get you with the stress. But you don't want that.
mhm,
Because that means you have to say that you're doing something wrong in the way you're putting things on your shoulders.
mhm.
Maybe that's oh my god. So here's the analogy. Here's the analogy, right? All right. So when I was an instructor,
Mhm,
I was an instructor, and even before I was an instructor, but I taught my soldiers how to put everything into their rucksack
mhm,
because you know how it is. You go to the field, and you put everything that's on that packing list to go out into a field environment for a field exercise. Some people just throw it all in there and it's like, "Yep, I got it." Right?
mhm,
It's all in there. But here's the thing: it went into the bag, but you putting it on your shoulders and walking for 12 miles with everything you just put in your bag, you have it unevenly distributed. So
mhm.
instead of
That
you
is true.
carrying it, so instead of you walking and
Mhm,
being able to move for 12 miles and still get there and set up your tent, your right hip has all the weight on it and your
mhm.
right shoulder has all the weight. And now by the time you get there or halfway there, you're in so much
Hurt.
pain because you have the weight of what you put in your bag
Mhm.
unevenly distributed.
Yeah.
And then we'll say to the I don't say the staff sergeant or the platoon sergeant, we're going too far. This is too much. But you're packing your stuff
Mhm,
that you have to carry. That's actually all of your equipment that belongs to you that you need to survive out there.
mhm.
But you're complaining because it's unevenly distributed and it hurts.
And that's true. That's very true because, alright, say the 2 soldiers, they both have the same equipment and
Hmm.
it's even unevenly distributed, for one,
Yeah.
but the other one took direction
Yeah.
and packed it the right way.
Yep.
So they're able to go on and continue, but you have this weight
Yeah.
weighing you down because you packed it wrong.
Yep. So when I was in Korea and I was a staff sergeant, I taught my soldiers how to pack. Like,
Mhm,
this is everything you need to have. We laid everything out. And then I gave them a full half an hour instruction on how to pack it the right way.
mhm.
sleeping bag at the bottom, zip up that center piece so you can have access to your sleeping bag without everything falling out.
Mhm.
Wet weather bag, all of your clothing inside of that. I want you to put your wet weather top on the right side. I want you to put the wet weather the bottoms on the left side,
Mhm.
because the bottoms you probably won't need if it rains, but you're definitely gonna need the wet weather top as
Mhm.
soon as it rains, right? And then
Yeah.
on top of that wet weather stuff, you can put your toiletry kit, because your
Mhm.
toiletry kit is okay to get wet because it belongs in the bathroom anyway. But when you do that, everything fits in a certain way where then I can also shove a little towel for
Mhm.
when I take a shower down there with the sleeping bag and that extra crevice of space, and everything is distributed evenly. And if it rains while we're on the march, I can reach right in this
And
pocket
pull it
that's
out.
on the outside,
Yeah.
pull it out, cover myself up, and
Mhm.
keep walking. But
Mhm.
I've had soldiers that are so
Hard to
hard
handle.
headed,
Yeah.
or they're so unwilling to change it, because guess what? If I
Mhm.
have to change it, that means I have to take everything that I have in there
Out.
out and
Yeah.
redo it. And I don't want to redo it.
Mhm.
So I'd rather take what I got. I got it. Sorry, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna get there halfway through. I'm in so much pain I can't even keep going. But if
Mhm.
I'd have just listened to you back there, and then we do that in a relationship, because
Mhm.
sometimes we have our partner that says, "Hey, what if you do it this way?" And he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna do it this way because that's the way I was already doing it. That's the way I want to do it." But then it's stressing me out. A week later,
Mhm.
I want you to help me, but you should have listened to me when I told you
But
last
you
week.
still should help. Like,
But not if you. But here's the problem:
but if
if
you
you
get ignored
if
enough,
you
then you
ignore
don't want to
me,
help.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you ignore me every time I tell you there's a better way and you
Mhm.
still do it your way, stop looking at me for help when
Mm-mm.
you are putting yourself in that position. Because here's the
No,
problem:
because you're supposed to have a love like
you
God,
are
and
right.
God will
Yeah,
never.
no,
He'll never
that's
leave or
not true.
forsake you.
That's not
He
true.
he
That is not
won't.
true.
Okay.
He left the Israelites wandering in the wood in the
Was
wilderness
quarantine.
for 40 years.
For-
For 40 years, when it only took a week to
mm,
get from the Egypt to the promised land. You know why? Because they kept wanting to do it by themselves. He said,
yeah.
okay, left them
Mm.
again to be taken over by the Babylonians, who
Mm.
got beat by the Persians, who then got beat by the Egyptians, going from one captivity to the next because
Mm.
y'all kept doing what you want to do. All right, fine. You got it. I'll turn my back. And that's what he did. And they stayed in captivity. You say when you can have a guy, yeah, I love you so much that I'll help you. But if you keep wanting to do it your way, you
Mhm.
do it your way. Don't be mad at me for not helping you do it the wrong way.
Mm. Some hard truths.
Yeah, my bad. What do you think about emotional intelligence? Gosh.
Hey, hey, you. Yeah, you. You. You with the face. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.